Are you sure?
Right? I have
Yes.
All right, welcome everyone. I'd like to call the Monday, February 9th regular board meeting to order. I'd like to first start with the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, first item on the agenda tonight, let's get a motion for the approval of the amended agenda.
So moved.
Any discussion? Okay. All in favor of the approval of the amended agenda presented, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carries. Okay, public comment. We've got a sign-in sheet here. Several people here tonight, pretty big attendance. I don't have anybody that is written down that wishes to speak. So we will move forward to the recognition session. DCES, Mr. Hall.
Carlson before me.
Staff or students first?
We do staffers.
Staffers. We will invite up Mr. Chris King. Very special person in my life because I've been called Chris King more than anything else. So, a number of times in my life I've been called Mrs. Hawk. Almost equal. Chris brings optimism and enthusiasm to his classes and to staff members at DCES. You can tell that Chris is in his element when you watch him interact with kids. He speaks with them respectfully, and his expectations for mutual respect from them isn't difficult for the kids to meet. He makes his classes fun and engaging for students to learn. He truly enjoys what he is doing with the kids, and you can tell. Chris is able to communicate with students in a way that makes them want to be in his class. He is a great leader within our school. He always goes above and beyond committee work and in fun, extra things he does for the staff. Chris is always ready for a good time, and he exudes positivity when he's around the staff. We are privileged to have Mr. King on our staff. Oh, and everyone, we are also very proud to tell you that Mr. King has received a $10,000 grant to support his PLTW program. Next, we'll invite up Ms. Liz Hoffman.
All right. So Liz is a dynamic individual who goes above and beyond to provide meaningful learning experiences for our students. Liz gave up her prep time each morning to facilitate the creation of our daily announcements for DCES. She's also a big part of our student council. Anything she can get her hands in, Liz is going to do. I love the way she teaches respect by modeling it in front of her students. She reminds them to respect others everywhere they go in the school. She has mutual respect for her students and always shows kindness to everyone, students and staff. Liz understands that all students are different and works tirelessly to find which approach suits her students Her dedication to educating the whole child has and will continue to make a difference in countless lives.
Next, from our custodial crew, I will invite up Tanya. I'm going to be very brave. Tanya Zeesness. Thank you. Tanya's been with us 5 years. She's a 12-month custodian on her night shift. She's a dedicated worker. When we are short-staffed, Tanya was willing to step up and clean extra areas other than hers. We never have to worry about whether or not she will show up. She shows up every night and does her best. Thank you for your hard work, Tanya. Next, we'll invite up Shelby Anderson.
All right, Shelby is a 12-month day custodian. Shelby has been with DCES since May 12th, 2025. Shelby is a hard worker on the days, even when it was 2 degrees outside. She was outside helping shovel snow and putting salt down. She goes above and beyond and helps out wherever it's needed. Even running to Dollar General, buying bows for students' hair for picture day, making sure she has pretty dress on, those types of things. She sees it and she does it without being asked. So thank you so much for all you do.
From our cafeteria staff, we will call up Deirdre Garland. I will still go ahead and read the statement. She started the middle school cafeteria and now has been at the elementary for many years, with a total of 14 years working for the corporation. She hardly ever misses work. She stays busy and does a great job getting all the breakfasts ready and serving the kids every day. She interacts naturally with the children. It's a joy to have on our staff.
And next is Carrie Walters. Carrie is also in our cafeteria for 8 years now. She only works a few hours a day, but is a big help at lunchtime. She shows up every day ready to do anything we need done, and we enjoy having her at the elementary.
Bruce Cross, Brooke Roberson. I'm just kidding, I'm watching. Brooke is a special education teacher. She has been with the corporation for 30 years and has worked at each of the 3 different levels. She is a teacher defined by immense patience, deep empathy, and the ability to build trust with students. Alongside her creativity and adapting lessons to diverse learning needs, she is a strong collaborator with parents and staff. She possesses excellent organization skills for managing all the paperwork that comes with her job. She acts as a dedicated advocate for her students' potential. Mrs. Roberson can keep her cool in any situation and find something to smile about every day of the year.
Next, we have Sarah. So I have down year 18, Sarah. Sarah Fritz is an educator who is well organized, patient, and caring. She's able to think on her feet and multitask throughout the day. While her passion is working with the remediation group, she willingly accepts any task that she's asked to do and does it with a smile and works to the best of her ability. She has been a vital part of our school.
Last but not least, Carrie Jones. Carrie is another one of our very talented instructional assistants. She has been with us for 4 years. Well, this is your second tour of duty, correct? What the Carrie Jones's job duties include everything. Carrie does a little bit of everything and always has a smile for staff and students. While usually working with the younger grades, she creates an atmosphere that is calm and inviting to students. Carrie gets to know all of the students she works with. She is greatly appreciated at both ECES and CECC as an integral part of our team.
We're gonna head this way to do some pictures. Mr. Hall is. All right. 1, 2, 3, smile. 1, 2, 3, smile. One more. 1, 2, 3.
No, you're silly.
Thank you, everyone.
Presentation and first hit theirs and
Next, we'll move forward with our student recognition, and we're going to start with kindergartner for Mrs. Drake's class, Emma Zarzy.
So I am nominating Emma Zarcy, sister by the teacher. Okay. Emma is an exemplary kindergarten student. She is always on task, and I rarely have to tell her twice to do something. That's amazing. She is kind and always ready to help when needed. Emma follows the rules and shows other students how it's supposed to be done. Thank you, Emma. I am proud to have you in our class, and your classmates are happy to have you as well.
Next, from Mrs. Cree's class, first grader Olivia Ross. And Mrs. Cree reports, Olivia is an outstanding representation of a first grade student. She is incredibly caring. She always has a kind word and a helping hand for those around her. Olivia approaches everything she does with a smile and amazing effort. She is a role model for those around her, and her outstanding performance both academically and personally. I can't wait to watch Olivia continue to grow as a leader as she continues through ECES.
Next, we have Kaden Neal.
Hayden is the second grader from Mrs. Mears' class.
All right, Mrs. Mears said, Kaden brings joy to everyone around him. Through hard work and determination, he continues to challenge himself and never gives up. I believe he has found his love for reading this year and has soared with his comprehension and fluency. Kaden is kind and respectful to classmates and adults, always setting a positive example for others. He is a natural leader and always willing to help others. He takes pride in doing his personal best every day. I am so proud of his continued effort and growth.
Next, from Mrs. Murphy's third grade class, we'll invite up Gage Learmore. Gage is an outstanding student who sets a strong example by consistently being kind, helpful, and honest. He works hard to achieve his goals and never gives up. This year, he has made impressive progress in advocating for himself. He enjoys answering questions and reading aloud. And he even stepped outside his comfort zone to perform a solo in the Christmas program, a huge accomplishment. Gage has overcome many obstacles with pride and integrity. We are all incredibly proud of him, and he should be proud of himself too. Thank you, Gage, for brightening your classroom.
All right, next we have Adeline Loeffler.
Adeline is a fourth grader from Mr. Walker's class.
Mr. Walker said, "We are fortunate to have Adeline as a student at BCES. Adeline always does her best. She is kind, respectful, and helpful. She sets a great example by participating in class in a thoughtful manner. She does a good job in her role with the student council as well. When we think of a student who follows the Oracle way, we think of Adeline."
Last but not least, a fifth grade gentleman from Mrs. Holland's class, Tristan Kimmel. And Mrs. Holland reports Tristan comes to school every day with a smile and just great sense of humor. She loves having Tristan in this class. He's only starting to reach into his full potential, and she cannot wait to see what the future holds for him.
Time for pictures. We're gonna head this way.
One, two, three. One, two, three. One more. Smile big. Thank you.
All right, congratulations to everyone. At this time, we will let those of you that were here for recognition, if you do want to sneak out, this is that time to do that. You are welcome to stay. We have a board meeting to continue with, but if you have things to do, go ahead. Sorry about that. All right, we'll go ahead and continue on. At this point, I would like to get a motion to approve number 5 consent items A through L, A being the minutes for the January 12th, 2026 regular meeting, regular board meeting, and the board of finance meeting. 5B, the minutes for the January 21st, 2026 work session. C, the monthly and payroll claims fund transfer report. 5D, the approval of the monthly financial report as submitted by the treasurer. And then, of course, 5E through L, we have a couple internal transfers and recommendations here, as well as a fundraiser for the Fancy Pants Art Society and Culinary. Actually, that's an event. Student and parent night. Delphi Choir's Perfect Pastries, that's March 16th. And then, of course, the sophomore class has the laundry detergent fundraiser March 1st through the 31st. So I'd like to get a motion to discuss 5A through L as presented.
Mr. President, I move to approve consent items 5A through L.
Any questions, comments, discussion? You are correct. So let's, I will, let me change that. I'd like to get a motion for 5A through G and I through L, excluding H. Now, any questions? All right. Hearing none. All in favor of consent items 5A through G and I through L, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion carries. Okay, back to 5H. I'd like to get a motion for the approval of the Delphi Athletics presentations.
Mr. President, I'm moving to approve 5H. Second.
Any discussion? Okay. All in favor of 5H, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? All right, motion carries.
Something.
Okay. At this point, we will invite Mr. Hawk back for the DCES school presentation.
Where do you want us to stop? Excuse me. Okay, touch it.
I am fortunate to have two very talented educators here to talk about how they teach Indian history in fourth grade. Mr. Jim Walker, this is Sherry Connor.
And we have two other partners, Ms. Lopez, and she doesn't off yet, so we gave her the night off, and then Mrs. Robin has 3 children that she's got to take care of because her husband's working, so both of them are integral parts of our team. Fourth grade is the only grade in Indiana where Indiana history is the focus, and so we pretty much start off our whole entire year is based on Indiana history. So we're going to kind of run through some of the things that we do with Indian history. What I did you here, Jim? Okay, okay, so Jim, go ahead.
All right, so one of the highlights of our fall instruction is when we get to visit the cemetery. And this is kind of a capstone for our unit on fossils and a good introduction to natural resources. And so we cover a lot of science standards there, but we also tap into Indiana's economy, and then in limestone and that kind of thing. It's part of the history of Carroll County, but also of the whole city. And this has been a good partnership for us. And when our students get to see, like, even give them, that kind of thing, understand the shovel like that, all that equipment is operated by people, some of whom went to Delphi. They're part of the community. So our students are out there and they're seeing things, but then they're getting to see, hey, I could do this. And then they're getting some contact with some great role models in the community also. So this has been a great field trip. And then, of course, kids getting fossils, which is always the highlight. So,
They get to bring home a fossil that they can fit in their hand. Some of them think that their hands are this big. So we have to, but it is a good thing. And some of our kids' parents actually work out there, so that makes it kind of fun too. All right. Okay, so another thing that we do in the fall, we talk about Indiana's regions. And so this is a big project with the kids. When they come in August, they say, oh, we're going to do a map. So we send this home and they have to come up with the different things to show the different regions. And so this is kind of a fun take-home project that we do. And the other thing that we do is our Indiana regions. This is Edible Indiana. And so the kids get a graham cracker and they have to nibble it to make it into Indiana. Some of them look more like Texas and some look like Hawaii, they're little tiny things, but they have, the kids are really good at that. You cannot play. So then we decorate them with the 3 different regions. And so that's just kind of a fun way that we incorporate the regions in the fall. One of our big activities that we do is Indiana's birthday. And so when I first came to the 3rd or 4th grade, it was the year of our centennial. And so we put on a big program. Now we just do a whole statehood day, and the kids rotate around from all the 4 classes. So like in my room, we make a Christmas ornament, and it's cool because I have kids that say, oh, we just did our Christmas tree last weekend, and my sister has the same ornament, so they're excited about putting up, or getting their own. And then we do an Indian flag and a cardinal, and our state insect, which is a firefly, they get to make that. And then in Mr. Walker's room, they did some things with government and things. We always end with sugar cream pie, because that's our state pie. So all the kids get to experience that.
Who makes the pie, Sherry?
That's the best pie ever.
Chris, this way.
Sure, yeah, and so we also get to visit the Indiana State House and Museum, and they do a very nice job there. As you can see, students are actually sitting in the.
You might notice, we have a parent up here. There's that.
Yeah, I did go last year.
Yeah, I with us last year.
So and we have actually rescheduled for April, but we plan to do that. And the museum also is great because again, we get back into the standards. I know I like the Mastodon and they have a real birthmark community and things like that, but we're all kind of interested, but we really get to connect with state government, and occasionally, if one of our state representatives is there, they will actually come and speak to the students and talk to them. And then when we go through the court, they really sit right there as if there was court in session, and they always have really good speakers and people who are out there to support their children. So.
This was a couple years ago. Well, these are kids who I believe are in the 8th grade now. I was taking my class, and at the time, Mr. Layton was one of my partners, and we were going to the state house, and we saw the governor getting up from a table. They were having a meeting. So I told my students, wave at him because that's our governor. We saw us, and he came out, and he said, "Where are you from?" And when I said Delphi, he said, "Well, I know where that is." So he brought us in to his office, and he talked to the kids for a long time. The guide was a little upset because she had a schedule, and they are pretty strict on their schedule. And I kept saying, "The governor is talking to the kids, and nobody gets to do that." So that was quite an experience for half of our students. They didn't have like the museum at that time, but that was kind of a fun thing that they got to do, and they get to go in and sit in the different branches and learn about our government and how it works.
All right, so Ag Day, this is a great day to be a 4th grader in Carroll County. And I would be remiss if I did not say publicly thank you to Mrs. Rhonda Hicks. And she has been doing this for as long as I've been teaching 4th grade. So a long time that what we have various presenters, and they get right into all aspects of agriculture in Carroll County. And so you can see from the pictures there that they get to do that. And then another benefit from this is that we have our own ag students from our high school are presenting at least 2 of the formal presentations. I want to say soils and maybe water conservation. And then they also bring animals. And the students you can imagine, if you're a 4th grader, you just love getting a, old bunny and things like that. But sometimes we'll have a calf, they'll have goats and different things like that. And it is, as a teacher, then there's a lot of pride in seeing former students who are now presenting in a public forum something like that. Our ag students. So it is just a great day.
And this is a shared activity, Carroll 4th graders.
Right, yeah.
And I will say I'm always very, very proud of the Delphi students. Not that the Carroll students aren't good, but I notice, you notice behaviors and things, and I'm always very proud of our students and our high school students who are there as well.
Good role models. Yeah.
Mr. Ross there was the first class of the ag.
That did the ag day, yeah.
Okay.
And so it's just a lot of fun. It's one of my favorite days. Plus it's here in town.
Yeah.
One of our end of the year activities that we do a Pioneer Day at the canal, and we appreciate the support that we get from the community for donations and things. We go, spend the entire day at the canal and we make candles and we make butter and the kids do a leather, punching, like they make a bracelet. They make a 10 punch thing. You can see here that they're weaving. There's Mr. Walker teaching about the old time school and some folk songs and things. And then the canal group, they bring in their artisans to do, blacksmithing and all kinds of things. And it's an all hands on deck activity, and it goes morning till the end of the day. And it takes us a while to get prepared, but we've got some other, all the kids make candles. I still have my oldest son's candles on my Christmas tree every year. My second son's candles did not make it home from school. That's the difference between Alex and Spencer. I still have it. Alex is, and he's 35. So this is a lot of fun that we partnered up with the canal, the people down there. And then our final thing that we do is our famous Hoosier Class Museum, and the kids dress up, they research somebody from Indiana. So we've got some artists and things. This lady didn't even know who she was until last year. We were doing some research, and she actually is from Lafayette, and she was a woman suffragist and really fought to go out for women and became very well known in Indiana. Didn't even know that. And I threw in a senior. I don't know how I'm looking for you, you guys, like threw me in catchy paws because she's a senior. I was going through my old pictures. Yeah. So that was, I was really through to see who our board students were. I didn't have feedbacks, but Kessie was in my class in the third or the fourth grade, so that was her as my class. So anyway, that's kind of in a nutshell. We started in August, studying in Indiana, go all the way to this is the very last week of school. Hopefully the kids take away some things and they have memories of those weeks. So just like we end our statehood day with our pies and lemon.
Absolutely.
So, have a piece of our state pie.
Wow, thank you.
With premonition.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Something had to be in the red bag.
So do you have any questions for us? We appreciate all the support that you guys give, letting us go on multiple trips. We go to the State House and the Stone Quarry and the Pioneer Day and Town Day. It's important for our kids to appreciate our community and what we have here to offer in Indiana. So, do you have any questions? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Nice job.
Excuse me.
Very nice presentation.
All right, thank you for that presentation. I will say I have experienced several of those firsthand since my son was in fourth grade last year, and those events are very exciting for all of those kids. So, and I had a good time too. So, but I didn't get any pie last time, so I'm gonna enjoy this one. So, all right. So that was our school presentation for the elementary school. Mr. Dale, I'd like to invite you forward for your athletics report.
I don't know how I can follow Sherry's pie.
You can't.
What kind of gifts do you have?
No pie. I know that. I can't figure. Just a couple quick updates I sent you guys. Locker room project is underway right now. Demolition was close to finish today. I didn't check the whole locker room before I came back up. They're gonna install some bathroom partitions tonight, and then the lockers are delivered. It should be done expected Thursday. So it'll be a nice upgrade, get that project checked off. Video boards, the electrical, and the day has been roughed in. We're just waiting on delivery. That'll be on the 18th. So they'll demo the old scoreboards on the 18th. The 19th, and the electricians will come back with their installers. So hopefully everything done so we can get that Friday before. So about 2 weeks, we should have 2 big projects checked off. Everything goes according to plan. Gym floor, our installer or maintenance people, they 4-star floor care. Their insurance company reached out to me in the last month to deal with the claim where they used chemicals that failed. So we're excited that it could possibly get done here before graduation.
That's my hope. I'm not gonna hold my breath because I've said that about 3 times. But hearing from their insurance agents that that was positive on our end. So just a couple things there as far as good progress. Some positives, again, we had 1 sectional champ and 3 other qualifiers in wrestling for regional. Of those 4, we had Reed Allred, Ethan McElrath, White Tudor, and Isaiah Frost. 3 of them are moving on to Chicago on Saturday. So we don't have 3 in Chicago at the semi-state in a while. So that's a nice change of pace for that program. We got some rough draws, one of them really rough. But we have 2, I think, that we won a match or 2, and they get out. So that's good. We had 2 divers in the sectional finals, which I don't remember if we've ever had that. So 1 podium. So Charlie Plaza on the podium, and the other one was in the finals. So that was really good to see. And then our girls basketball team had arguably the best year in the last 10. So 17-7 is a great win percentage for them. I know several of you went to several games along the way, or even the last couple here at the end, where they had a lot of adversity in that last game, and they fought through, even though they came up short. But that was really nice to see out of that region. So, there you go.
Thank you. Okay, now we will go with the superintendent's report. Dr. Moore. You got 5.
No. 4th grade wins tonight, so. So this is a draft of the strategic plan that I shared with staff and with our community. And so I thought it would be appropriate to present that tonight. This has been truly built by our community. And this started with the surveys that were shared with our community, with our staff, with our students, also listening sessions, focus groups, and met with staff as well, and also our superintendent student advisory council. So looking for common themes, but again, this is built by our entire school community, not by me. So excited to share this and have invited our staff and community to give input through the use of a Google form, and I have received some input already, which is great. And so again, I just wanted to formally present that tonight. So first would be the motto, mission, and vision. And so the motto, believing in every student, every opportunity. I know that's the belief of our community and our staff. Our mission, this is who we are right now. Delphi Community School Corporation fosters strong relationships, high expectations, and meaningful learning. So every student is supported, challenged, and prepared for life beyond the classroom. Our vision is where we're going, our future. Delphi Community School Corporation will be a destination district recognized for developing capable, confident graduates and cultivating a culture where students and staff thrive. Collective commitments, and this is really geared towards staff, the beliefs, our values at Delphi. Student-centered excellence, people first, high expectations with support, safe, inclusive, and respectful schools, continuous improvement, partnership, and pride. So the focus here is focusing on every student. We value our people and maintaining rigorous standards, looking at data, receiving feedback, reflecting upon our practices. And of course, we want our students to feel safe, respected, and we want to partner and collaborate with our families and our community. Goals. This is a nice summary of the goals that really came out of these discussions. And this is a summary of 5 goals. But then from there, you'll see on the following slides, you'll see the goals are broken down with actual action. So what we're going to do to accomplish these goals. This plan is not meant to be achieved in a year. It's meant to be achieved over time. And also, an important part of goal setting is tracking and monitoring the progress that we make along the way. So goals for 1, exceptional staff, Goal 2, academic excellence and student achievement. Goal 3, student well-being, safety, and belonging. Goal 4, modern facilities and learning environments. And Goal 5, communication, culture, and community connection. So as you see here, Goal 1, we're talking about exceptional staff, recruiting, retaining, supporting high-performing workforce where staff feel valued and committed to Delphi. So an example, I'm not going to read all the action items, would be something we're already working on, which is implementing a formal mentoring program, pairing new staff with experienced colleagues. So focusing on each of these action items, breaking them down, talking about the progress that we're making, having staff committed to our action, and of course, we are going to look for results. Goal 2, academic excellence and student achievement. An example here of an action item would be to conduct a K-12 curriculum alignment and coherence review on a recurring cycle. So even though we have separate buildings here at Delphi, we want to make sure that we are seeing that consistency throughout K-12. And then additionally, looking here, another action item would be increasing access to dual credit, CTE, and career pathway coursework aligned with student interests and workforce needs. So those are some just examples for academic excellence and student achievement. Goal 3, student well-being, safety, and belonging. So an example here would be to review and enhance school safety protocols, supervision plans, and response procedures. Something I've shared in a previous meeting is the implementation of a safety app. So that's a way in which we're making progress. Our administration team have already been trained, and we have our staff training coming up here in the spring. So excited about that. That's just one example. Goal 4, modern facilities and learning environments. And with this, looking at, I could, give a nice shout out to Joe here with one of our action items, improving technology infrastructure to support teaching, learning, and operations. And Goal 5, communication culture and community connection. And with here, an example would be expanding family engagement opportunities across all grade levels and all buildings. And that's all. So thank you for listening to this wonderful plan that, again, I feel we're still taking feedback on. It's not formally finalized yet. But excited that, through the work, through the conversations, the collaboration, just excited to have a plan. I feel like to be able to say, like, this is where we're heading, and take some action and make sure we're meeting our goals. Any questions from the board?
All right,
Thank you.
All right, thank you everyone for the reports. Definitely a way to keep us up to date on all of the happening things here at Delphi. Moving forward to new business, let's get a motion to discuss 8A, Stiefel, the underwriter placement agent engagement.
Previously, we have worked with Baker Tilly in order to support us with pursuing non-rebate. And so with that change that we've made introduced to Stiefel, we also need to replace them as an underwriter Baker Tilly. So I would, of course, propose that since we're going to be working with Stiefel, that we also have them serve as our underwriter.
Any questions about that? Okay. All in favor of 8A, supporting Stiefel for the underwriter placement agent engagement, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Yeah, motion carries. 8B, I'd like to get a motion to discuss the Edmentum as
So this would be the company that supports our new online option, Orphan Online. And so we work with Edmentum to provide those services. And I want to add that we are currently at 14 students with Orphan Online.
this dollar amount, I believe you said this can go up or down accordingly to how many students we have enrolled, is that correct?
That's right, and we hit a point that we actually have received, it's like a package deal, because the number of students that we have. So we do have students who enter and exit, we can put this, the funds back into an account that we can use to teach students. So actually it's advantageous of us to pursue this package option versus paying individually for students.
Is this an annual?
So this is based on the year, but should our needs increase, which we may probably may have, then we might have to increase the package. And we do have a handbook that increase our expectations. That's one of the restrictions, but it doesn't. You should. These are great questions. And so she was asking questions about the participation of students who are enrolled in Oracle Online and participate in athletics, if they can participate in activities such as dances, and if they can walk at graduation. And the answer to all of those questions is yes, because they are a Delphi student. And I'm sure with yes.
Is the yearly based off of school year or actually?
So what they do is they put it into an account so we don't want it to like expire.
Right.
So it's kind of like purchasing credits that you have access to.
Okay.
Because we could have students who potentially if there's a need, we do in the summer, and so it's not limited.
All in favor of 8B, supporting Edmentum, say aye. Opposed? All right, motion carries. All right, next on the list, 8C, I'd like to get a motion to discuss the NWEA as presented.
So moved.
So this is a platform that we use to monitor student learning. This allows our teachers to see whether or not students have learned standards and whether or not they need support or whether or not they need that extension. And so this platform is preferred by our staff and our administration to utilize the information from these testing opportunities, because it's a testing platform, in order to look at the data and make informed choices. And so asking to renew the agreement we have with NWEA.
Also, I believe you said that this is just being approved right now, but it's actually for the fall, is that correct?
That is correct. We're locking in the price right now. It's otherwise the price increases, so we had to sign the agreement now to be able to lock in the price.
Any questions or comments? All in favor of 8C, approval of the NWEA as presented, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next on the list, I'd like to get a motion to discuss 8D, Baker Tilly.
This statement is related to the planning issues of the 2025 year funds from Baker Tilly. So this is their fee.
So this is basically finalizing the last week.
Which comes out of actually bought that we do it right.
Any questions? Okay. All in favor of 8D, Baker Tilly, say aye. Opposed? All right, motion carries. Okay, moving forward, 8E, I'd like to get a motion to discuss landmark aquatic.
So there's the purchase of the chemicals for our pool. And Chris, if there's anything you'd like to add?
That's pretty much it. I had to go get some last month to keep them going, so we kind of need it.
How long does this last? Is this like for so many months or?
I believe this is for 6 months.
That is a total of $7,684.79 for a clear pool. You don't want a cloudy pool. Anybody else? Okay, all in favor of 8E Landmark Aquatic as presented, say aye. Aye. Opposed? All right, motion carries. 8F, I'd like to get a motion to discuss safe visitor. This is the visitor management system. More.
So currently in each of our school buildings, we have a manual signing process. So I'm asking for your approval of an electronic visitor check-in system. And what happens with this system is it allows us to print badges with visitor names on it, the purpose of the name there, timestamps it. And it also checks against the National Sex Offender Registry. And so this allows us to track through a web-based platform. And so that we can also monitor who's in the building and where they are. And so we feel strongly that this is something that would improve safety throughout all of our buildings.
I think this is something we should give Bill a little credit for. We asked about this a while back in the meeting. It actually makes perfect sense, because if someone doesn't have a badge on, we know that they didn't check in. And that's a very good way to know who should and shouldn't be in the building. Any other questions or comments on this?
It's pretty easy to use.
I have used it in school buildings, very easy to use. It's like a scan, 2 seconds, it's approved or not approved, and then the badge comes right out of a mini printer. Every time you come in the building.
And you would know if it was like an old one or a new one.
Because it's time stamped.
Okay.
So it have to date and then know when it's from previous day. It's a good question.
So would board members not be eligible for a badge?
Okay, everybody gets one.
Okay.
when they come in. It's basically
It's a sticker.
It's a
right? I mean,
sticker.
it prints out a
It's
sticker.
not a badge,
It's not a
it's just
badge.
a name tag, you know, my name is Zach.
Also, like, don't they print your ID picture or
They
something
have
on
a
them?
face on it,
Yeah.
and it'll say the, like an IEP meeting, a conference.
So you'll come to the
Volunteer.
main, you'll come to the main office,
Yes, that's correct.
get your sticker and.
Yep.
And it also with the purpose of why you're there, if you're visiting the 4th grade hallway, but you're in the 1st grade hallway, that should be a concern to someone unless that's just passing through to get back out the front. But it should be designating the area you're in and why. Yep,
I asked about water aerobics with our people coming in and out. Would you want to do that with them? And if you were, could it be a more permanent visitor badge? We have anywhere from 20 to 40 people that come in on Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Is that the evening or is it?
No, it's 9 o'clock in the morning right
If
now.
it's during the school day and we have students in the building, this is the system we're using for any visitors.
Where do they normally come in at?
To the middle school door,
yeah, so they can, what, down here or up
where we just came in tonight.
right here? So there'll be one here at this entrance, is that correct?
That is correct.
Yeah, so it'll be a quick and easy,
But I guess what I'm asking, you want us to do it every time, or can we do something that's more permanent than that?
Any visitor will have to come through, and that would be a visit during the school day with students.
basically, if you leave the building, you'll need another badge when you come in.
It's not good for a certain amount of time,
One day, that's correct.
then. Oh, 24 hour period.
Do they have to sign it? They don't sign it.
I can't speak for that, I'm not sure.
I'm guessing not. This is just basically a way to control foot traffic. It's not necessarily to keep anybody out. It's just to know who's in. And this is all part of the safety path that we're taking to, you know, make things better.
It's very easy. It's very simple.
Any other questions from the board? Okay. All in favor of 8F, safe visitor, the visitor management system as presented, say aye. Opposed? Okay, motion carries. All right, 8G, I'd like to give a motion to discuss the CECC pre-K tuition.
Second.
Right now, this week, we're for an increase in our fees for tuition, moving from $100 per week to $150 per week. and this would cover expenses such as salaries, benefits, and supplies. As a friendly reminder, we do not receive any funding from the state or from school.
Questions or comments on this? This is an increase from $100 per week to $150 per week, and that would start in the fall.
I think it's from my break it even now.
Okay. All in favor of 8G, 8G, the CECC pre-K tuition modification, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carries. 8H, let's get a motion to discuss recess and lunch supervisor job description.
So this is something that, Mr. Hoffman very strongly about, to have staff to support during this time for lunch and recess supervision. Currently, we do have many staff at our elementary school who are being able to support, and it is removing them from their other job responsibilities. Also, I feel strongly about the consistency and the expectations during lunch recess time, and having consistent staff, would allow for that to happen. So I'm asking you to look at the job description, so we can post these positions. That is all that we do. To be a dedicated position. They could put one.
So it's basically just during lunch periods.
Lunch and recess.
Lunch recess, sorry.
Yep. Yes, they do. So the consistency for the grade level, it's a good question. So there's some overlap between grades, so kindergarten we have 2 individuals, and then first grade, 2 separate individuals, and then fourth grade, 2 second grade. There's some overlap, so that's how it's consistent. Good question.
Just feel it all.
That's correct.
Do you think you're gonna get someone to come in for 2 hours and 15 minutes a day?
I do. Because there are some that do not want to work full time, and if they're looking for it, it's not worth its own schedule.
All right, all in favor of 8H, supporting the recess and lunch supervisor job description as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion carried. 8I, the Integrity Network Solutions, I'd like to get a motion to discuss the internal broadband services and IT admin and E&G for non-E-rate support. Joe?
So Integrity with this outside service helps us with high-level IT expertise in network configuration issues such as managing DHCP and IP addressing, provisioning and configuring new switches and access points, unlimited remote help desk support for network level issues, knowledge transfer sessions for our internal IT staff, configuration backup. They manage the settings for the backups, firmware and security patching, and VLAN segmentation, just to name a few things that they help with.
This is a 1-year agreement?
I'm not sure what number you're looking at. If it's the 24,000, yes, that's annual. If it's the 1,900, that's per month.
It looks like you've got quite a big discount there.
Part of those services are eligible for the E-rate 80% discount, but the way that they break it up, not all of them, not all of the services are eligible. So that's combined what is eligible and what's not.
So we would be approving $1,960 a month.
Yeah. And this essentially helps save us from having to hire a full-time network systems admin, which would be at least 3 times as expensive.
favor of 8I, supporting the Integrity Network Solutions for the internal broadband services and IT admin and engineering for non-E-rate support, say aye. Opposed? All right, motion carries. Getting close here. 8J, make a motion to discuss fiscal electric service for parking lot lights, first service covered fixtures under warranty.
All right. So we had a bunch of lights go out, I'll bring them at the same time. We had a miscommunication, new discussion about our warranty. They weren't gonna cover it because the supplier went out of business. Talked to them. They came back and said, we're gonna cover a warranty after we'd already went through and had service done. So they already reimbursed us for all the fixtures that we purchased, Performance Services has. So we just need to pay fiscally.
What the hookup up there, compressors is and that, you guys have one.
Yes, that was actually supposed to be a separate ticket, but that was a, we had to put a new air compressor in. That wasn't for the egg shop either, that was for advanced manufacturing. The compressor went out on us, so we took one of our old compressors, put it over there, and we rewired with a new disconnect on it. So that's what that is.
All right, any other questions, comments on that? Okay. All in favor of 8J, the fiscal electric service that was provided, say aye. Opposed? All right, motion carries. Okay, last one here, 8K, I'd like to get a motion to discuss the dump trailer as presented. Chris?
Neither, you gotta have less spring break so you can get that going. So, but I did, the recommendation, my favorite one, and then I also just Googled the closest trailers, say dealers near us, and they're $1,000, $2,000 more expensive. They're all comparable, same axle weight, limits, pretty much all the same options.
And this is replacing the dump truck that we are replacing with this.
We've already talked about, was it last one?
Here's November.
This one don't make much.
So if I look this up, they are 14,000, that's 24,000 plus 7,000 on the truck. So we have this hooked up, you will definitely need to see the license. Good license.
26,000?
Would be the 14, if you took the other two, and there's 24 plus the regular truck. Not the way I just work, just watch. Which most guys should see down on like the long time buses and so the buses. Yeah, just.
Right, Laura?
Laura, just check on
I'll
that.
just haul the trailer.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Laura.
If we are-
Hey, at least the clutch won't go out on me.
Or the brakes.
Or the brakes.
That is a hidden concern with trailers is it's a total weight across the whole unit, everything. And when you get over that weight, you could, get an accident or something rolls you over, they'll affect that.
I was not aware of this.
Yeah, just check it out. You may have to touch the
Okay. What is the total?
Marked up. DOT number.
I believe it's 26,000, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is. You're 24 inches.
What truck, or what pickup truck are you using to pull out?
I believe that you think that's too bad. That's a good thing. But it's sitting on half of the
The benefit of that trailer is that either truck can pull back. It's full of road, but that, you go next to the last one.
Yeah, I'm just more concerned about just make sure the legal railroads got it.
Anybody else?
It also has its own battery on it for lifting.
Both of our trucks have brake controllers on them?
Yes.
They came with it, probably.
Yeah.
We got head controllers on.
I believe the flatbed does too.
The old flatbed? Yeah, the old plow. Yeah, so that's good, because any of those three trucks can pull that.
You guys just electric brakes.
Anything else? Okay. All in favor of 8K, approval of the dump trailer as presented, say aye. Aye. Opposed? All right, motion carries. There you go, Chris.
Thank you.
Okay, we've made it through new business. We have a couple future dates here, one that I was given to add. Tomorrow is the Delphi FFA work auction. So we'd like to see everyone there. There is a meal there. It starts at 6 o'clock. The auction starts at 6:45. And so that is tomorrow, February 10th in the DCHS Commons. So don't miss that.
Anything, you can pre-buy or actually call up the ag department and they will take your money for the
So if you can't attend,
next
they'll take your money if you're not there, so give them a call. All right. So, okay, other future dates, February 12th, that's actually coming up right around the corner. We have an executive session at the corporation office at 6 p.m. March 3rd, we have an additional executive session at the corporation office at 6 p.m. as well. We have a regular board meeting here in the Abby Libby Memorial Library at 6:30 on March 9th. One other date here, March 10th is This I Believe, that is at the Opera House at 6:30 p.m. This is always a nice event. You never quit hearing comments about this. New people go and it's always good. So, any other dates that we have here? Do you have any? What we missed? Well, those are important too, but. You know, blood drive? Keep your eye out for the blood drive.
Boys basketball section first week of March.
Boys basketball sectionals first week of March.
You just said you didn't want to know that, right, or yeah.
Well, we're hosting.
We'll chip those now. All right. Okay, moving forward, board comments. Mr. Forsythe.
again, thanks to all the staff that was recognized tonight, and the students. It's always great that parents. Again, thanks to our office staff. You guys go a long ways in getting this prepped and ready, and thank you very much. Dr. Moore, a lot of work into our strategic plan. I know it's a fluid plan, but it is very simple and shows that you care. And so with that, we're 1 month into getting on the final section. We're going to go about 3 more months. So evaluation. One thing I can say to our students is keep plugging away and finish strong.
And Jim, Sherry, thank you for being here. Great presentation. You guys are now the leader of the pack. You set the bar high for everybody else. And,
Yeah.
the state pie is always welcome in our meetings. Congratulations to all the students that were here. That's really cool. We enjoy that. It's neat to hear from the students and the teachers who share a little bit about those kids. That's always fun. For girls basketball, what a great season. It was a lot of fun, and best season in 10 years, as we said. I just, was there 3 seniors this year in the girls team? Yeah. I saw some of those. That's really exciting. They stay together through all that. And really, you just get the team that's now being built, and we look forward to the next couple of years of girls basketball for sure. That'll be a great thing. To the wrestlers, congratulations. The divers, it's really just a lot of great accomplishments. I'm excited to see the scoreboards and visit the locker room to see those updates. Sorely needed for a while, and thank you for your perseverance on that, Chip. Everybody else, good to see everybody here. Thank you for all the work you do every day. It's appreciated, and it's great questions. I can tell.
Yeah, once again, I'd like to thank everyone for attending the meeting tonight. I would like to congratulate the athletes this year on the success. The girls' basketball team, I remember some of the lickings we used to take from Benton Central, and I know we got whooped, but 6 points is a closer bar that we're getting to reaching that level where we can compete with a team like that. So I look forward to the future with the basketball teams and the wrestlers too, underclassmen coming up and swimmers. So I want to thank Sherry and Jim for their presentation tonight, and thanks for the pie. I'll enjoy that. And look forward to sugar-free sugar. Oh, sugar-free. Sugar-free. Sugar cream. Super. That's it.
Smells.
Lots of echoing, so I'll keep it brief, but I appreciate everybody coming. I love the presentations. I love the student awards. The elementary kids are definitely the ones that are so cute up there. But I appreciate the updates, athletics. It's exciting. I think all the work that goes into those kids getting recognized and part of their teams, being with them is really incredible work. So I look forward to continuing to see some progress there as well. Appreciate the sugar cream pie. Looking forward to the ag work tomorrow, the auction. So that should be a fun night as well. And I would just say thank you for all your work and actually putting what we talk about, even outside of this meeting and in this meeting, getting the strategic plan together. I think is such a milestone that should be celebrated. I think it looks easy. You make it look easy, but I know it's not. And putting that together to monitor where we are versus where we want to go is so important. So I'm probably most excited about that. And I appreciate you sharing just the start of that today to keep us moving forward.
I appreciate everything the elementary building brought to us, from kindergartners on up and the adults. Your contribution to the school system is appreciated. You do a good job. I like the long-term vision and the strategic plan that Dr. Moore brought in today. I like the idea of looking out into the future, or down several years out. That's well thought out. I'd like to thank everyone who was involved in the snow removal in the last month or two. We went above and beyond. Whenever I went by there, I was just amazed that they did such a good job with that. And we needed, and they sure stepped up. Chip, you made progress on all your athletic. The scoreboard's finally going to be getting in here pretty soon. I did have one question for you. If they go to that 35-second shot clock, is there a second special little spot on that new scoreboard?
We plan ahead, it's already part of it.
Yeah, that's it.
And we really do.
Thank you.
Ladies.
I want to say thank you to Mrs. Coleman and for the presentation. It was nice to kind of laugh and sit and I was not supposed to do this. It was like forever ago. Thank you. Yeah, and what I said, we do make it very easy, so there's a lot of time, effort, and ways that so thank you for doing that. And I guess just like having us here and being able to ask questions about stuff. I'm always curious about what is going on in the team and what is going on in our school. And to be able to come to these meetings and ask questions and go through the list and what's going on is really, really important. I like leaving here knowing a little bit more about our school.
Thank you, Chip, for putting folding mirrors in the girls' locker room. That's really good for me personally, and really good to see, I think, for everyone. So thank you for that. If you ever need any type of chaperones, please just let me know, because those trips were very fun. So I would love to go back and do it again. But yeah, just keep having you and ask everyone any questions.
Dr. Moore, do you have a comment?
Yeah, I just wanted to, as we're recognizing all of these amazing things that are happening with our students, I do want to give attention to, because I was at an event and speaking with our students in our music department. So we had our band and our choir, we had many students earn gold medals, and I believe Mr. Dennison said we had, more students participate than have in so many years. And so yes, I was there too because of my own children. But it was great to see the other students who were excited. We even had a student get gold and was going to state. So I think that's a big deal. So I just wanted to make sure too that, we recognize our music department as well.
Yeah, thank you. We did get an email today from Mr. Long about that. So there were quite a few people in the band that did great things. So glad to see that department moving forward. So also, I think the new business always makes me excited. The Edmonton, I know we spend some money on things like this, but to have 14 online students, that's huge. That retains enrollment. So they may not be in the building, but that still helps us as a school and helps them as a student. Some students don't do well in the school, and they do really well outside of it. So we have to be able to provide for that. Obviously, the aquatics kind of made a little snicker earlier, but that pool is a big deal. So to have it clean and to have it functional for everyone from the outside as well as the students, we want to make sure we keep that going. We are a community school. And also things like, those parking lot lights, they may go out, but we were lucky that they were covered and taken care of. So, we do always have expenditures, but the new business is where we make our steps forward. So I just want to thank everyone for all the effort that we put into that. So other than that, I just need one more motion, and that is for adjournment.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, meeting adjourned.
Thank you, everyone. Present yourself. Is it all to do that? I just worried about normal repair.